Because after all, it's only January of 2023. We are not paying much attention to 2024 polling. We're looking at it sort of every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. I can't quite remember the last time we looked at it, but it is not irrelevant. And particularly when we are asking the question, is Trump's campaign for the primary nomination imploding before it even gets going, when we are not yet sure that Joe Biden is running for re-election, because despite what he says, he has not actually announced that he is running for re-election at this time or filed to run for re-election. There's a lot of question marks and interesting things going on, the aftermath of the 2022 midterms, et cetera. So let's look at where the numbers are. And this morning, there was a headline: Trump leads Biden in hypothetical 2024 matchup, according to a new poll. That is indeed true. Emerson College has released a new poll which finds that Trump is leading Biden 44-41. However, you do have 14% of respondents who are not in either camp yet. 10% say, well, I would support someone else. 4% were simply undecided. But I think the takeaway, given that Emerson is a pretty good pollster, and we'll see how good in a moment, is that it is very much not a foregone conclusion that Trump can't win or that Trump is certain to win. And it is very much not a foregone conclusion that Joe Biden would have an easy time getting reelected or that Joe Biden would be unable to get himself reelected. Neither. It is a very, very unclear scenario. Now, if we want to zoom out a little bit and say, okay, but David, that's one poll from Emerson. What if we look a little more broadly? I love that idea. So then we would go to 538's aggregation of different polls. And there you will find the Emerson poll I just mentioned, the Emerson poll, that's an A- rated pollster. In a Biden-DeSantis matchup, it's essentially even. It's Biden +1. And in that Biden-Trump matchup, as I just told you, Emerson has it Trump +3. But what about other pollsters? Well, let's look. Morning Consult, which is a B-rated pollster, has a poll that's 1 day newer. In Biden versus DeSantis, they have DeSantis ahead, whereas in Biden versus Trump, they have Biden ahead by 3 points. All right. What about a different poll? Well, we have one from a few days ago. This is a Harris poll. Harris is a B+ rated pollster. In that poll, Biden DeSantis has DeSantis up 3 and Biden Trump has Trump up 5. And then lastly, and this is the last one because then we'll get kind of to our bigger observations, YouGov, which is a B+ rated pollster, Biden Trump has Biden up 4. And in a slightly different formulation, they have Biden up 6. That's registered voters versus, what is A? I forget what A is. Not actual, likely. Anyway, and then in Biden DeSantis, they have it even. So what's the real takeaway here? The real takeaway is no one of these polls is really going to tell us everything that we need to know. The takeaway is anything quite literally could happen in 2024. We are not even really in the primary season. Donald Trump did something that's sort of not out of character for him, but it's out of norms historically to announce so early that he is running. He is scheduled to start campaign events soon, although I don't know that they're going to be massive rallies. In fact, he does have an event in South Carolina this weekend. Our correspondent, Luke Beasley, will be there, and we will have clips of interviews with South Carolinian Trump supporters for you on an upcoming program. The takeaway is we don't have any idea what could happen. And so any statements that sound like foregone conclusions of the sort of Biden doesn't have to worry or Biden has no chance, Trump's got this in the bag, or Trump has no chance, none of those statements are accurate at this point in time. Now, what about the Republican primary? This is a very interesting question because there is a candidate who has not even announced that he is running, Ron DeSantis, who had some polling that looked pretty good. More recently, it doesn't look quite so good for Ron DeSantis. In a recent Morning Consult poll, Trump is leading DeSantis by 19 in the primary. In a recent Emerson poll, Trump is leading DeSantis by 26. In a recent B-rated Big Village poll, Trump is leading DeSantis by 23. And in a recent Harris poll, Trump is leading DeSantis. Trump, Tim Scott, Trump +50. This is against other people. Okay. Trump is leading DeSantis by 10 in a Harris poll. So even though there was a period about a month ago or so, where Ron DeSantis was actually leading Trump in a bunch of different polls, despite the fact that Trump has announced and DeSantis has not, which was quite stunning. It does not seem to be the most common scenario right now. That's where we are. Anything could happen. Anything could change, but we will follow it probably like roughly every 3 or 4 weeks. One of our sponsors is CuriosityStream, the best place to find and watch documentaries on politics, history, science, technology, nature, you name it, they have it. CuriosityStream has a deeper collection of documentaries than any other streaming service. They add new titles every week, including exclusive award-winning films and shows you can't watch anywhere else. I just watched Ancient Engineering. Fascinating insights into how stuff was built before modern technology and the Industrial Revolution. You can watch CuriosityStream on all of your devices, phone, desktop, game console, smart TV. I'm always finding great documentaries on CuriosityStream that I can't find on any other platforms. It's really the only place to go for documentaries. And they have a special deal for my audience. You can get CuriosityStream for 25% off. Just go to curiositystream.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman. The link is down below.